All right, guys, we are back on the Bitcoin. I think we got some good news in terms of, we always prefer to be on the bullish side of the market. You know what I mean? It's always harder to have short positions, especially on markets that they're pretty much the future, such as the crypto market, right? So we expect the crypto market to be more on the upside with than on the downside. But aside from that, downside moves are always more elusive, right? They're intense, and they can be very volatile and very spiky. So it's better to be on the upside. That's what I'm trying to say, and we're very happy with what happened here with the Bitcoin over the weekend. Even though I have to say, it was a very deceptive move on part of the Bitcoin. And you know what I'm talking about, right? Because we were here, I was very excited over that spike here. I should have I should have mentioned the fact that it was only coming from the daily perspective, which could be just noise. In most cases, it is the case, but it's also a good indication, right? So the fact that price spiked that 80.59 in such a interesting fashion, right? Take a look at that spike. It's quite profound. And then the turnaround. So no doubt that kind of convinced us that the Bitcoin was going back on the downside, right? We thought that was just a bit of an upside, local upside move as part of a trading range that was probably developing here. So we were ready to have a downside leg back to pretty much where price came from. We weren't talking beyond that point, even though we were under the assumption that the downside potential is huge. For now, we're putting that aside, right? Because something quite interesting happened. Price came back, crossed back above 80.59, but not only that, it confirmed that with the weekly closing bar. Let me show you how that looks like. There you go, right? You can see the closing price 80.82, right? 8082. So it's a fraction. I mean, it's very tight over 80.59 here, but it's good enough, no doubt. Now you can compare that to the breakout we were just looking at the previous video on the Ethereum, right? They both kind of support one another. The potential here is, well, you're familiar with the potential here because we were talking about it in numerous occasions before. 95.08, that's a big Fibonacci level. We are always going to look at that one as a potential target. And in this case, since it is it's a local, kind of a local trading range. We're looking at the weekly chart. It's a very young formation in the sense that we only have just two legs here, right? And we think price is going to build up the third leg when it's going to take us back to that higher section. So now we're talking about 97.18 and up. We can probably also mention the previous high, which is 10,200, right? So we think that's the potential here. Everything from 95, let's say, to 10,200. All right. As long as price remains above 80.59, we're good to go, right? You have the green light, to keep pursuing this bullish campaign, this bullish position. We're going to take you back to the daily chart just to sum up the situation here. We're starting with stop loss level at 7,300, right? 7,300. Fairly below that lowest spike here, that lowest low we had just a few days ago. We're basically playing out, like I said, we're playing out 80.59 as our main protection right now. Okay, so that's gonna be really interesting to come back and follow up on the Bitcoin, see how things have unfolded here. We'll definitely do that. All right, so have a nice trading day, and till tomorrow, be well.